welcome back, everyone, to the Drift Crisis. In our last session, things went, well, I think, just fine. You all continued your exploration of the thus known Dream Station, a location for supplies created by the worshippers of Desna. Numerous of them are found throughout the stars and have been in operation for a very, very long time, well before the drift crash itself, even. But this one having been long abandoned, with no one really stopping by in recent years following the crash, and eventually a number of glitch gremlins getting aboard, pulling General Fey shenanigans, and activating the drift engine, causing it to collapse in on itself, kill everyone on board, and turn them into drift-infused undead. You put all the undead to rest, put the lice that were there to rest also, because those were the biggest threat, obviously. And also managed to bring the computer systems back online for the ship, getting to actively access the databanks of the ship and go through the logs, which is what gave you a bit more information into everything that happened. The drift crash indeed happening 200 years in the past from the moment in time you were at. It was never recovered, unfortunately. Interstellar wars broke out between the different factions that still had working ships and factories, but at that point in time in the modern day and age, whoever did survive had retreated into hiding. Interstellar travel was completely dead as far as you could tell, and communication was as well. Absalom Station itself, gone. No point in trying to find it, because apparently a few weeks after the drift crash, the Starstone had exploded, destroying Absalom Station, killing everyone on it. It was bad. Some additional information you were able to find that definitely was off-putting. When these computers were first booted up, all of the screens had a string of coordinates on them. Now, you all are, of course, used to sets of 3 digits for coordinates, but this data set had 4. And notably, so does your engine, that still yet none of you quite understand how it works, but you were given a set of inputs, and when things hit the fan, you decided to try it out and see what would happen. Things did hit the fan pretty quickly, as an enemy from 200 years ago, the devil from the 9 hells, whose sister you had crashed into and killed at the onset of the drift crisis, had apparently been seeking you out all this time. Found you, ordered your deaths, but not before revealing some strange information. In your guys' timeline, this is only the second time you've met her, but in her timeline, she seems to have met you one other time. And from what she stated, that other time you met her was when you added genocide and interstellar destruction to your list of crimes. So, all good things, I think. But even with the order to be fired upon, you all managed to run back to the Primarata, sever the cables that were attached to it, evade both the Diaspora's comets and the Hellfighters chasing after you, activate the Signal Chaos engine, and escape back into the rift of space-time, taking you wherever these coordinates are set to. Amara, I would actually like a slightly retroactive computers check from you, if you don't mind. I want to see, because you were the one who fully hacked into their ship to get them to release the cables. I want to see if there's any other information you might have been able to pull from their systems.
Public or blind?
This could be public. Why not?
I'm not allowed to aid on this, am I?
You were working on the engine, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. Certainly interesting. Certainly interesting. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, there are a few small things you're able to find. Of course, the name of the starship itself that chased you is the Infernal Directive. Capital class cruiser that absolutely dangerous to come across. You also learn for the first time, because they never actively introduced themselves, the name of the owner of the starship. An Irinyes devil by the name of Malacanta. Malacanta.
Yeah, I bet.
Never introduced themselves, but at least now you know who wants you so dead.
And the name fits.
Malacanta.
I'm glad someone said it.
You also managed to pull one other name and a bit of information, and that is the effectively first officer of the ship, if it matters to you. Goes by the name Lieutenant Invicor. And they are what is known as a Sigvir devil, which is much less commonly known. The common term that you all might be more aware of is a propaganda devil.
Can you?
Oh.
They tend
Can
to
you
look
give
something
that-
like this.
Gun.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
He looks funny.
He does.
He's got a
He
gun.
looks. It looks like he can be bullied.
I'm with the Empire.
And
Fucking god. Jericho, could you give us the name of the lieutenant again?
that is
Thank you.
their names typed up for you. So Captain Malacanta and Lieutenant Invicor, as well as what type of devils they are. Which all of you could pretty much instantly know now that it is, of course, confirmed that the captain of the ship is an Irinyes. Those are some of the strongest devils out there. Not quite top echelons, but far beyond what you have the capacity to fight at this point in time. But I think aside from this information, we have some more important things to deal with, namely where your ship ended up. So those of you who are currently in the bridge of the Primarata and able to see out of the front view screen, have your gazes filled by a massive black hole. Chaotic cloud of debris circling around it, moving ever closer. These floating hunks of twisted metal, most of them likely from ruined starships, colliding with islands of crumbling rock torn from some unknown planet. You see the exposed roots of these massive floating trees and a stone ziggurat as well. Chunks of sandstone occasionally breaking off as it spins erratically and disintegrating before they can impact anything else. It is pieces of extremely varied landscapes, all floating endlessly towards the center where oblivion awaits. More importantly, though, than all of that, the debris and everything bad, is you are not alone in this black hole's gravity well. There is a large and decrepit bulk freighter floating off in the distance. spinning slowly, multiple gaping holes along its hull, but there are some emergency lights blinking on the freighter's hull, and you do once or twice spot flickering from one of the viewports, as if there is like someone with a light inside. What do you all do? At this point, you have just come out of the space-time stream and found yourself in the gravity of a black hole.
Someone calculate me a trajectory to that ship.
On it. I'm gonna start calculating a trajectory to that ship.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just
Can we
going straight for that freighter.
Why
No,
did not could we
Do
try
it
to
in a way that we
communicate?
won't get dragged in by the black hole.
Sure. What, Durgesh?
Is it possible to try to hail them? They send a message to them, see if anyone
Certainly,
answers.
yeah. And actually, you're able to, as you hop on the computers to try and hail them, you do pick up a distress signal coming from them. The ship is identified as the Final Horizon.
No, we should leave. I've seen that movie.
But they
We'll all go
might be
crazy.
in trouble.
We'll all go
We need to
crazy.
try and help them.
No. Let's listen to the. Is it like just a beacon, or is there an actual message with the SOS?
Just an SOS at the moment, but you are able to fully hail them. Or if you'd rather, before you hail them, do a quick scan, see if you can identify anything further about what the vessel is and what its crew might be. You are welcome to do that with a computer's check.
Sure, I could try that. Eat this +0.
Well,
I
that's
rolled
a
that 20, baby.
so-
Yo!
Yeah. Taking a quick scan, seeing what information you can pull up. First thing I want to confirm for you, Durgesh, as you are hopping on the computers, take a quick look over. You guys have your own quantum signature scanner at this point, I imagine. With your experience in Vestworld, would it be too much to assume that you might have just like set one of the computers to track the quantum signature of whatever reality you're in, so you know immediately?
Sure, that makes sense.
Makes sense. I
Mhm.
probably would have done that, yeah.
That sounds like something someone else would have done.
Yeah.
Durgesh
Someone
did
smart.
Yeah.
Durgesh did that.
It
That's very
does
impressive.
match. You guys
Ooh.
are for certain in your own reality right now. Additionally, your sensors are picking up drift beacons right now.
That's
can
good,
I-
I think.
Can I connect to the global infosphere
You can
immediately and
detect
get...
drift beacons. There is no information transmitting between them. And
So
there
the
is no
drift
like
is still
massive interstellar infosphere. They are always local.
Okay.
Because
But there's no infosphere shared between... But I was under the impression that infosphere is kind of like that infosphere is passed through the drift beacons like wires? Not like
Yes,
physical wires, but
they,
like...
they do that because they use the drift to travel.
Okay.
And if the
So I'll
drift
share
is
th-
down right now,
We already knew the drift was down, though,
yeah,
right?
there's no information traveling effectively. So the
No,
beacons are there.
I
you could
thought
lock
I
onto
thought you'd
them.
meant that we were here prior to the drift crash, and I was like, oh my god.
No, you are here based on the clock as it calculates seconds after the crash occurred. Your ship came out of the space-time about 30 seconds after the crash occurred. Honestly, right now, there's a Primarata crashed in hell
Oh,
at
wow.
this point in time. With that natural 20 Durgesh, yeah, you are able to pick up some general information. Quick scan of the Final Horizon and just generally looking through the registry you guys might have. The Final Horizon is a roughly 3-century-old vessel, and it is a Solarian cosmonastery specifically. The current crew roster only lists about 34 people, which you know for a fact is very low for such a massive vessel. But you are welcome to hail them if you would like.
Yeah, I'll send a message that this is the Primarata. We're responding to your SOS.
It takes a few moments to get any sort of response, but communications do connect after a moment, and the voice that pops up. Hello, I am Cora, guiding intelligence operating the Final Horizon.
Oh,
Oh.
hello. My name is Kamana. This is the Primarata. We noticed your distress beacon.
Yes.
How may we help?
Is your vessel capable of towing?
I'm going to assume no, but
It wouldn't be impossible.
We have
It'd be slow going, but you could tow them.
I'm gonna just nod slowly at Kamana.
it's technically possible. But do you think we could just fix your ship instead?
There is not nearly enough time to restore this vessel before it reaches the black hole. Kamana, you can tell even at a glance the damage that vessel has sustained. Days of effort to repair.
Okay. I think we can try to haul the vessel. Does everybody think we can do that? She says, looking at the rest of the party.
Not an engineer.
Can I do some kind of like computer space math bullshit to figure out if we at this current distance start towing the final destination, if we will still have enough speed to get away from the black hole?
No real check needed. It might be slightly challenging. This is effectively going to be a big series of skill checks to do it all, but it's certainly possible. And it sort of depended on how you want to tow them, because yeah, you could just like rig a tow cable, but you could also just like push them.
Can we
Also, more
shoot garbage
challenging,
at them?
you could try and like dock with them and keep flying that way. All possibilities. Did
Can
you
we
say
shoot
shoot garbage at them?
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you guys ejected your garbage against some asteroids.
Oh, okay.
Do they have any
You hit
kind
some
of
Hellfighters with vintage album covers.
do they have
Tried
any kind
to.
of propulsion?
No. They are in a Cora, as she introduced herself. The vessel has experienced a loss of power and is currently caught in the gravitational well of the nearby black hole.
Our power is supplied by the signal chaos engine, and that's going to be a nightmare to try to transfer over to them, I assume.
You still have a power core for your ship. The signal chaos engine, you guys know, has the core of a miniature gas giant acting as its own power source. But then your ship still just has a regular power core.
So we can't transfer power. Gotcha.
Probably not. It's also, I mean, give me engineering lore. You've got that. Blind, please.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking a glance over at the vessel. See if you can
Let's
figure
go nat
anything
20.
out.
Let's go nat 20.
Oh my goodness.
I got a 2.
That one.
None of those.
Oh. So potentially not terrible.
Potentially. I mean, it is a large ship. It is most certainly larger than the Primarata by a good solid amount. However, the damage you're seeing just on the sides of it, the almost entire side has been rent asunder. It is very likely less an issue of could you transfer power to them, and more that their power core itself is likely damaged, as are probably most of their systems. So you could transfer power, but it'd be like transferring power into a bucket that's missing the bottom.
Yeah,
It
there's
wouldn't
no point.
stick. So, but Amara, you are currently piloting over towards them already.
Yeah.
Fantastic. At this point in time, go ahead and give me a piloting check to get there. Because there is all of that debris spinning around the black hole. It's not exactly an easy journey. Fantastic. You are well on the way over. That's going to take a little bit longer if anyone else has any questions to ask or things to do before you get close enough to do anything.
Kamana will ask how many survivors there are on the ship.
Sure, yeah. There
Did
are
we already
currently
ask?
34 individuals aboard this vessel. They have taken emergency shelter and begun preparations for their deaths.
Did we already
Oh.
ask them what caused this damage?
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
I was going to.
Do we want to ask them that without mentioning the drift crash?
Yeah,
Mm,
sure.
yeah.
What happened to your ship here? What put you in this situation?
I was performing routine autopilot functions in the drift when a planar anomaly occurred. We were ejected, surrounded by dangerous debris, and have sustained serious damage. Most systems are offline currently.
Oh,
Same story as what happened to us.
Yep.
Initially, not
She will
Correct.
add on with the routine autopilot functions. They were on their way to visit and observe a stellar nursery.
can I recall knowledge on that? Because as a player, I don't remember what that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. W.
Can I-
Durgas is gonna roll.
Can I join on that? I want to know. I, the player Destiny, have a fairly good idea what a stellar nursery is,
Mhm.
but I need to confirm stuff.
It's not particularly difficult knowledge and something you could pull up without much issue on just like the databanks of your system. Stellar nurseries are pretty much the same as they are in reality. They're these large clouds of like gas and dust where new stars are born.
Anything specific about the one they were heading to?
No, I mean they are Solarians, and the term cosmonastery tells you they're probably
They're space nerds.
space nerds. Great way to put it.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage is absolutely a term that could be used for this, yeah. So they are certainly. Now, I do also want to remind you guys, your ship is pretty damaged right now as well. You took a number of hits when you were getting chased by Malacanta. So your ship is not in peak condition and will need to be repaired relatively soon.
Can any damage to our like impulse engines? Any damage to our like normal engines?
No, your thrusters are just fine. It's mostly like hull damage than any active
Okay.
system damage. Nothing's offline for you guys.
Oh no, the tracker fell off.
Guys, the garbage can we put on the outside of our ship, it's got a dent in it.
You know what? The tracker was shot off.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
That tracker is lost somewhere between space and time.
Excellent.
Good luck finding it.
Oh, so I know what happened. They took our dead doubles from their galaxy, revived them, sent them to ours to cause mass genocide.
This is certainly
No?
a plausible theory. I had not actually considered that.
Are you on the comms when Durgash says that?
Me?
Uh,
Oh, Durgash.
Oh, fuck.
oop. I didn't realize I was still on. I mean, don't pay attention to me.
Korra does not react. Korra is an AI, it seems, as they have stated, and doesn't seem to react.
Oh, I didn't realize she was an AI.
Yeah.
Oh.
She is the guiding intelligence that operates the vessel, as she introduced herself.
Thought that meant she was smart.
She is. But any other questions you guys would like to ask before potentially arriving?
No.
Not at the moment.
Can I sense motive? Are we gonna get
Sure.
fucking stabbed?
I'm trying sense motive on ship AI. Love it. Go for it.
Yeah, I do kind of want to sense motive on ship AI, Mr. Jericho.
um, I mean, she appears indifferent. She's an AI. Everything is very matter of fact as she speaks. Just, this is the problem. Help us. Not even asking, just like help.
Right. Guess we'll sign off with we'll get in touch once we're in position.
Yeah. Amara, go ahead and give me one last piloting check to see if you can arrive there safely. Fantastic.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
It wanted to be the one.
last bit, you are able to arrive without any sort of issue. The Primorata arrives at the side of this massive freighter, and you are able to begin deciding how you would like to attempt to rescue it. There are a couple things that can be done, and so I am going to ask everyone to go ahead and just roll. There's not really initiative here, but we are going to be doing things. Everyone gets one check or thing they can do per round as we are deciding. So if I can just, no, I won't. We don't really need to roll initiative for this, but couple things to keep in mind. However, you want to try and rescue and tow away this large freighter. There is the debris field that needs to be avoided or destroyed. There is, you can of course aid everyone, and you can also try and in some way use magic to try and assist in the avoidance of the debris field.
I can shoot
Yeah, if you wanted Durgesh to focus on trying to shoot down the debris field, you absolutely could.
I think that's about the most he can really do unless someone needs him to lift something heavy.
I mean, so it. Let me ask you guys this: how do you want to try and get the final horizon away from the black hole?
I mean, probably just, winch it away.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a big. I was gonna ask if I could do engineering lore to securely attach the final horizon to us.
Uh, so tow cable is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, engineering lore will definitely get it ready. Athletics is going to be needed by someone spacewalking to actually attach the tow cable to the final horizon, though. It is going to be a multitude of skills to attach it. This is not an overall simple situation to take care of.
Okay.
So,
That sounds like my job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want the engineering lore for that?
That depends. So, does anyone first and foremost want to do anything to attempt to aid someone this round?
I don't think so.
Then absolutely give me that engineering lore thinker as our first check for this round.
26.
Fantastic. Easy enough to rig the tow cable.
Mhm.
And so now we will simply need someone who has their environmental protections to go outside.
Okay. Suiting up.
Duragesh, you want to go ahead?
Spacewalking.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You want athletics from me?
This is athletics. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. With quick precision, not even something that really takes a lot of work, since you guys are all consummate professionals with all types of equipment these days and getting things set up as you've had to do for performances. Thinker, you quickly get the tow cable set up and ready to go, and have it so that Durgesh can immediately step out of the airlock, grab it, and it is a short jaunt over to the final horizon where a tow cable would be best attached to try and pull both vessels out of the event horizon's reach.
This is definitely something that me and Durgesh have done before, like mid-concert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some rabid fan comes up and trips on or rips a cable accidentally, and you've got to quickly rig up a new one. Super prepared for things like that.
I like to imagine as we're doing through this routine, I think Durgus will be on communication stick. Hey, Thinker.
Yes.
With all this time going back and forth nonsense, what do those two doctors think about it? You know, the ones with the bootstraps?
The ones with the bootstraps.
Yeah, the two you said the pair of doctors, the bootstrap pair of doctors.
Oh, the bootstrap paradox.
Oh,
At this point,
that what you said?
I think I was talking about the bootstrap paradox at some point.
Yeah,
Yes, I
you did
definitely
mention
was.
it. I've been saying that for like 2 weeks, man.
I'm so proud of you, Durgesh.
Yeah.
I was so confused. You're like, what about those two doctors with their straps? I was like, what the fuck? Honestly, we're so far out of the realm of possibility. I mean, they mentioned the Tesseract, so now if we go to the Tesseract, it's because the captain told us about it. It's because Captain Malakata told us about the Tesseract and that we go there. Which is just a self-fulfilling prophecy, but then who started it? Like, did we initially go there first and then she told us, or did she tell us and then we initially went there? Thinker gets into a giant rant about paradoxes and 8 different theories, and at one point
Just wear your
bemoans
pair
how
of socks, you'll be fine.
stupid the ship of Theseus is and how much Thinker hates the ship of Theseus.
Very fitting for
and
a
does not
to talk about that.
Me, Destiny, hates the ship of Theseus. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
One of these days, Thinker, we're going to change your class paradox from analyst to bootstrap.
I hate you. Thinker does not notice if anyone mutes him.
Oh, we're in a classic Thinker rant, are we?
Thinker is just ranting.
There.
Durgus
Hey,
has regretted
Thinker.
this question.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you forget to bring your pair of socks?
I don't have feet.
Then you're screwed.
Why am I screwed?
The paradox.
Okay, you can't just say the paradox. I've
Like-
talked about like 9.
I click. You just keep on talking to the thing. And then no one listens.
Amara, you got to tell me which paradox are you talking about? I can go over the list again. Thinker goes over the list again.
Amara, if you
Alright.
would like to use piloting to begin trying to tow the
Yep.
vessel away from the event horizon here, absolutely. This is where we're going to need to see the most successes overall. That's definitely a good start. But there are going to be more to do.
Mm-hmm.
Kimana, do you have anything specifically you would like to do here?
God, it's difficult because can I use survival to help navigate or perception?
It's mostly right now computers to plot a course. I would allow survival though.
Okay.
Alternatively, You do have good religion. If
I
you'd
do.
like to try and exploit the time dilation around the black
Okay,
hole
that
to
sounds
help
like
avoid the
a plan.
debris field, you could do that as well.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which gives you some interesting notes. An 18 is unfortunately not a success on this round. DC for this is pretty
I'll.
high.
Okay.
Much better.
This is still the same round, right?
Yes, this is the final check of this round. All right, Kimana, pretty easy for you to tap into the magic. Actually, almost surprisingly so. As you concentrate on the black hole and the surrounding region, the computer screens around you almost begin to gain these fractal patterns to them, looking like butterflies. In your ears, maybe you have music playing right now, thinker talking your ear off, but through all of that, you begin to hear soft chimes, and even the sound of wings beating very quietly.
Nice.
I do need a fortitude save from you, though, because tapping into time dilation around a black hole is pretty exhausting work.
Yeah. Oh dear, my fortitude isn't great.
It's fine. All that means you're not going to be able to do this again.
Okay.
You've bought one round of no worry about the debris, but you won't be able to try and exploit that anymore.
Okay.
Because, boy howdy, is it quite tiring.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we reach the end of this first round, you guys are doing amazingly so far. Unfortunately, things are not going to remain easy. You may have exploited the time dilation to prevent the Primarata from getting hit, but the final horizon's a bit too big, and there's some pretty large debris out there. Remember that ziggurat I mentioned? Floating around out there?
Just hits the ship.
Have a beautiful front row view
Mm.
of watching it collide.
Oh,
Which, quite frankly, not the worst. Just some extra damage, but I am going to ask everyone to give me a perception check real quick.
Yahoo! Yahoo!
do I get anything special?
A die to roll?
Shut up.
No? All right. Your guess, please.
Oh, I clicked it. There we go.
Fantastic. Okay, wow, okay. Why are we rolling so well tonight, y'all? What's up with this?
Because
We're
it's
in
our
gamer
calling.
mode.
All right. All of you notice this. Kimana, you're the first to see it happen. The rest of you in very short order. As the ziggurat collides, and you can imagine the rending scream of tearing metal from the side of the final horizon. Ship damage is one thing. The two small points, clearly identifiable as people, that get sent flying out from the collision is something else.
Hmm.
Okay.
So,
Oh no.
you guys are still piloting away, but you've just noticed two people get knocked out of the final horizon.
Okay. How far away are they?
A bit of a distance, not terribly far. If you have ideas for how the ship could try and get them, all the better, but otherwise, we're going to need some spacewalking, potentially.
Yeah. Durgesh, you're in the middle of shooting asteroids?
I haven't started yet.
This has been. They're in 0G, right?
Yes.
I don't think they're close enough for reorient.
I was gonna try. They're definitely not close enough. They're not within 60 feet. I assume.
No, they're not within 60 feet.
If I got If I got within 60 feet, could I use the fact that there is no friction in space to propel them using 5 Could I like try to like grab 5 points on their bodies with magnetic attraction and pull them towards the ship? Because technically that would give them a little bit of speed, could help as an aid for some other people.
I would allow you to definitely use that as an aid for whoever is going out to get them. It's not going to be enough with the speed your ship is moving. They're not going to outspeed the ship.
Okay, well,
with
I can
it.
I can do that.
It
to
also
aid.
would still pull it from their hands realistically, even if they're in space.
What if it's something they're wearing? What if it's
Gonna
like
try and pull it off. That
Yeah,
is
what if
that
it's
is
like
the
metal?
nature of magnetic attraction. Is it tries to pull it off of them towards you. I know what you're
Even if-
getting at with the fact that there's no friction out there. They're not anchoring themselves down with gravity, but the nature of magic is a little bit wonky.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
But I would absolutely allow you to use that to aid. That's a fantastic idea. Generally, the skill checks that are going to be rolled for anyone who wants to try and get these people are going to be a mix of acrobatics and athletics. You're going to need acrobatics to actually maneuver out in space to get to them, athletics to grab them, and acrobatics again to get back.
I am trained in both acrobatics and athletics. I'm not super good at it, but
Okay.
I think those are my two. I think those are my worst. Those are my worst stats.
I'll go ahead and head out.
Okay.
I'll try.
This
Can
looks
I-
like a job for me as well.
Could I use magnetic
So-
attraction to aid?
So who's going out? We've got Kamana going out. Durgish, did you say you're going out as well?
If there's two people,
There are two people
as
that have
well.
been thrown out. Yeah.
Yep.
Thinker, do you have 2 castings of magnetic attraction?
I have 3.
3 total. Okay, it's only going to need 1 per person for this, because I think I'm going to allow it to aid. I'm going to allow 1 aid per check total. In this first round, though, Thinker, I need you to choose who you're aiding. If either person wants aid on the acrobatics check to get to the people that have been thrown out.
Would magnetic attraction help with that?
It could, because it would be
Okay.
pulling them and shortening the distance.
Okay.
I'm 1 better in acrobatics than Kimana.
I'll aid Kamana then.
Thank you.
Then let's get those 2 acrobatics. No roll necessary for the aid Kimana. You get an automatic +2 circumstance bonus.
Nice. Here's my acrobatics.
Hmm.
Just roll a natural 19 and that solves all your
Fantastic.
problems.
Hmm. Did mine go through?
It did not yet.
There it is.
Ugh.
A 14 is not a success, Kimana.
Yeah. Fuck!
What a 19 is?
But it was a nat 1.
Not with the nat one.
Oh, no. It's...
Okay, you're still gonna get to them, Kamana. You're just gonna be at risk of getting hit by some debris here.
Okay.
Amara, are you continuing to pull the ship, or do you want to hold off and wait for a round here while they focus on trying to get people?
I'll wait for them to get people.
Fantastic. All right. Thinker, are you doing anything else? Just casting a spell. You still have time to do any sort of check if you'd like to do something here.
I'm just trying to think of ways I can aid it. Kamana, and could I throw rope behind her?
I'm imagining
No.
like there is a cable attached to help them get back.
Okay.
The check is more like you're going to be able to get out to them. Grabbing them might be a challenge, and you're going to be able to get back. The check is more to see if you're able to avoid debris while you're getting out and back. Because there's a bunch of stuff spinning out and around here in space.
I guess I'll hop on. Could I hop on guns and?
Yeah, if you wanted to go ahead and give an attack roll and try and destroy some of the incoming debris, that could very well help.
Yeah, I'll do that. What's the check for? What's the roll for
This
that?
is an
I
attack
don't-
roll with the ship's weapons.
I don't have any of this on my sheet.
I'm aware. That is going to be. What is your dexterity modifier?
0.
Fantastic.
Maybe I shouldn't do this.
And your, we'll say simple weapon proficiency.
My simple weapon proficiency is 5.
All right, so it'd be just a flat plus 5.
Pocket shit.
Now, okay, that's a great roll. Fantastic. What I should have asked first, Thinker, are you specifically trying to destroy incoming debris that was potentially going to hit Kamana here, or that's going to hit the Primarata?
Kamana.
Okay, fantastic. Then, fantastic. Kamana and Durgesh, neither of you have to make a save here, but some stuff is going to impact the Primarata. So Amara and Thinker, I'm going to need a reflex save from both of you, please. Amara with the crit success.
Mine did not go through. Wild.
It did not. Thinker with an exact crit success as well. So there is a bit of an impact as some debris skates along the underside of your ship, but neither of you are thrown off balance by it, and neither of you are slammed into anything or take any form of damage here. Fantastic. Kamana Durgesh, this is the athletics round for the two of you to try and grapple these monks that have been thrown out. Thinker, were you going to aid either of them again with magnetic attraction?
Kamana. Maiden Kamana again with another casting.
Fantastic. Take another +2 to your check, Kamana. Durgesh.
I'm going to hero point that.
Sure.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
How does this keep happening?
The Benny
Well-
Hill theme starts playing.
Especially with the help of your magic, Thinker, you help guide the monk that went flying into Kimana's hands. Kimana, as you grab this very clearly unconscious and injured figure, their environmental protections still seem to be active, but they are a decently injured, bearded Dromar, it looks like. You look over to your left and you see Durgesh trying to grab the other individual as well, but they are remaining elusively just out of reach. The speed at which Durgesh is moving isn't faster than the gravitational pull of the black hole. So, Durgesh, you have not successfully grabbed this person. Thinker and Amara, what are you two doing this round, if anything?
I'll hop back on the guns, I guess.
Okay.
Try to keep debris out of these guys' way.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hop on the other. Is there another gun? Or
There is another gun, yeah.
I'll hop on the other one.
Okay.
To get rid of any debris that's heading, for the big ship or our ship.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
I cannot hero point that because this is just a raw roll.
Just
but
roll
I'm just
again
gonna...
and remove the hero point, and we know it gets a +10 if it's a 10 or lower.
Okay, so that's a 19.
That is a 19, which is a success. So, Durgesh, you will not have to risk getting impacted by debris here. And that is a success from you, Amara, as well. Hopping off of the pilot seat to give time for the people being dragged in, you hop onto the guns over with Thinker, and the two of you are able to clear out the surroundings quick enough that none of you risk getting injured here. We're coming into round 4. Kimana and Durgesh, this is the check. Well, Kimana, you just need to get back. Durgesh, you haven't grabbed the guy yet. He's getting a bit further away.
Right.
You've probably got one more chance here to get him.
I have one last
Good.
second level spell. Does anyone want it? Do either of you want it?
No, we should save it for later.
Could I make the argument that it's supposed to be two-handed? If I were to use the magnetar rifle, could I propel myself towards the person? To boot, maybe get a small boost, maybe.
Unfortunately, firearms do not change your movement direction or provide any sort of boost from their recoil in a 0G environment. I like the idea.
Okay.
Gonna say no to it though, unfortunately. You can absolutely use it for flavor, but it's not gonna get any mechanical benefit.
All right. Well, here we go. I do like that flavor, so I will use it. Like I went too
Okay.
far. 16. I don't know if that's enough.
So here's the thing, Durgesh. It was last round DC 15.
It went
DC
up.
went up by 2. It was
Oh,
DC 17 for
wow.
the second and last attempt to grab them because of the distance they've drifted.
I burn the spell slot. Does he hit it?
That would have to
Or
be
is
done
it too late?
before the roll.
Can I use my second hero point?
Yeah, by all means.
There we go.
Oh, okay. You take a moment there, Durgesh, almost panicking because this guy's just eluding your reach, but eventually you have the quick thinking, draw your magnetar rifle, point it back slightly away from the Primarata, and pull the trigger and get just enough of a boost that you can turn around to reach out and grab the guy and start bringing him back. Kimana, let's see that acrobatics check to safely return.
And avoid my bullets. That's
Fantastic. Yeah, you're able to pretty easily get back to the Primarata and pull this unconscious figure aboard with you. Thinker and Amara, what are the two of you doing here?
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna continue to clear debris out of Durgesh's way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get the
Is Durgesh in
debris out of ship's
danger
way.
right now because he succeeded on his check?
He did succeed on his check. He would not be in danger this round. Actually, he would be because the acrobatics is to avoid when you're moving. But
Then I will.
More specifically, this was the grapple to grab the guy. He didn't really have enough to focus on avoiding debris.
Then yeah, I will. I'll protect Durgesh.
Certainly.
nice. Yeah, I'll protect this ship.
All right. Yeah, the two of you just on the guns, taking a minute.
Let's bring Faye back.
All right. Let me check one thing real quickly before we get to what might be the last round here. Yep. All right. Kimana, you are safely back aboard with one of these individuals. Durgesh, you'll get back this round. It's just a question of how safely you return. One more acrobatics check, please.
Last hero point. Let's go.
Fantastic. Yeah, taking a moment. It takes you a minute to slow down Durgesh because you got to reload the magnetar rifle, but turning it back in the other direction, using it to propel yourself back onto the Primarata, you do successfully manage to safely return with this monk who is knocked off the ship. Thinker and Amara, and actually Kimana as well. What are the three of you doing this round?
I'm piloting.
Yeah, I don't know. You said I could use survival for navigation?
I would allow it. DC is going to be
Okay.
higher than just computers, but
Yeah.
it's certainly something you can do.
Okay. Simply roll high.
Simply roll
Yeah.
high. That will be enough. All right. Let's see the piloting. If you get a crit success here, you guys fully pull free, but a regular success will have you not quite out. That is simply a regular success here, Amara.
Is there anything I can do with like computers or engineering?
Uh,
Could I
honestly,
contact?
not much is necessary.
Can I contact Cora and make sure that everything on their side is good,
Sure.
and let them know that we picked up the two that floated out?
Your assistance is appreciated. I notice we are close to the edge of the event horizon. Once we have escaped it, we'll reconvene nearby. And I suppose we don't really need any other checks going into the final round unless Amara manages to fail a piloting check here, so let's see what you got for us, Amara.
You say that?
Plus 11 and 3 hero points.
Why would you say that?
Jericho.
What?
Yeah.
That one did coming.
With the plus 10, hey, that's actually the crit success you were looking for last round. With the unconscious individuals that had been ejected from the final horizon safely aboard your own vessel, taking a couple minutes to rig up a tow cable and just maximum output thrusters, you managed to safely pull not just your vessel, but this entire freighter out of the gravity well. To
Who's
the
the
point that you
best
can
ship?
feel the pressure lessen.
Good girl. Such a good ship.
Gonna look sideways at Amara.
What? She's a good ship. She deserves praise. Look at the size of that thing.
It's a he. The ship's a he.
Ship's a she.
Mm.
Oh. I'm glad I'm not there hearing this conversation.
The thinker just kind of glares at Amara.
And Mar just arches eyebrows.
Thinker backs off.
That's what I thought.
Don't piss off your pilot, Thinker.
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
All right. Well, as you all pull away and sort of settle a bit of a safe distance away from the black hole, still beautifully in sight, you can see the entire scene, all of the terrain stuck spiraling towards its center, but you all are at a safe distance. Once more, your guys' comms ring.
Okay. Pick up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Cora appears on the other end once more. Your assistance is greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
And then another voice joins the comms. Oh, you saved us! Oh, thank the gods.
Of course.
Oh, we thought our contemplations at an end, but whew, what a ride. Are any of you hurt? Any damage to your ship? Come, join us aboard. Let us thank you. We'd be happy to have you as a guest. Wouldn't we, Cora? Of course, Master Abbot. Initiate boarding assistance protocols whenever you are ready. If you would like to dock and board this vessel, it seems they welcome you, but...
Kamon has become paranoid. She's going to sense motive on the Abbot.
On the
I
Abbot,
also
okay.
Can I also
Yeah.
sense motive on the Abbot?
Sure.
The
You've
vibes
heard
were
3 sentences from him, but why not?
I touch my notebook and I sense motive.
He seems...
Touching my notebook would have done anything. Give me a +1.
You didn't see a face or anything. You only heard his voice, but he sounded genuinely grateful, genuinely relieved.
Doesn't mean he's not going to make booze out of us, but
I put
Oh.
in my notes that the vibes are rancid.
So the 2 people you saved, you said one was a drummer?
One
That's
is a Dramar half-orc.
Yeah,
The
half-orc,
other
okay.
is a Kasatha.
Any holy symbols?
Nope.
Any symbols of any kind on their exosuits?
Give me a perception check.
Ah. This music is really just fucking me up.
There is a symbol, what looks to be a crescent moon overlaid atop a sun. From your understanding, that is the general everyman symbol representing the cycle, quote unquote.
Solarian cycle?
Yes, the interplay between positive and negative cosmic forces in the universe.
And they both have it?
Yep.
Neat.
Okay.
From what the information you guys were able to pull, the final horizon is a Solarian cosmonastery.
Yeah.
So far, checks out. But having a moment here to actively look at it a bit closer now that you aren't really in any danger. This is being the first moment you guys have really had to, like, relax since the dream station. The final horizon is this bulk freighter that's over 1,000 feet long. Gothic architecture. It's like a church made of rusted iron girders, almost.
Big fucking Warhammer vibes.
Big 40k vibes here, yeah.
Not the emperor of mankind.
From what you can see, it looks like only really the top 2 decks of the ship might be in use right now. You do know there's only a few dozen people on the ship's roster, so there's no way they'd be able to maintain such a massive vessel. It looks like, from the lights you're able to see in the viewports every now and then, they have mostly secluded themselves just to a small portion of the ship.
So normally these ships would have like a full complement of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's very unusual that there's only 34 people in this thing.
Most of the sections of the ship are like exposed to, or large sections at least, are fully exposed to space. From all the damage you're seeing, you're not sure if it's entirely from the drift crash or some of it might just be long-standing damage that just hasn't been fixed.
Master Abbott, do I get any sense if that was a name or a title?
Title?
So we don't know his name.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Hey, Master Abbott.
Do I know what do I know about? Can I interrogate Cian about Solarians?
Kian hasn't, from my knowledge of his backstory, he'd never really spent time with a full enclave of Solarians. He is mostly self-taught in his power. He knows about these sorts of orders that exist.
All right. I'm mainly looking for a chance to do a recall knowledge, focusing specifically on the orders of Solarians and how they kind of operate.
Go for it.
That is what my character is built to do.
Different Solarian orders don't really have their own individual names. They're not like their own full religions, because all of them, in some way or another, are typically learning about the cycle. So they're all just simply different versions that really are just small communities for the most part, that stick together, research together, whatever it is they do.
They're more like monks, like
Monks is like the best term you
class
could
monk.
use. Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to different orders of Solarians, most people, when they think Solarian, think combat. A solar mote that allows you to fight and manifest the powers of the cycle. A lot of orders are not really as much into the fighting aspect of it and more theoretical research, physical labor, contemplation, various different ways of researching the cycle.
Okay. And so an abbot specifically would be
Would
a
be the leader.
fairly in normal times
The abbot,
or
yeah,
when
the
your
abbot
ship
would
is
be the
blown to
leader.
crap. Okay.
They do not typically have a higher position than that.
Okay.
But a lot of times, they're also not necessarily going to be like, oh, the abbot is the be all end all leader. They're just the person we have make the decisions.
Yeah, so
They're
not a
very
spiritual
community
leader.
focused.
Okay.
No. Communists.
That
Right.
is your general understanding of these sorts of Solarian orders, at least.
Okay.
So, do you guys wish to dock and board the Final Horizon?
Mana would like to,
Mm-hmm.
if everybody else
Thinker
feels comfortable with it.
Thinker is going to tuck. Thinker's going to
We-
make sure his gun is loaded and then join.
We need to give these two back to them anyways.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely bring the two injured figures with you. As you make your way aboard the Final Horizons airlock opening for your arrival, as you board, you do see, the corridors of this vessel are cramped. Nothing is especially large and easy to walk around in. But numerous people bustling around, sort of apprehensively emerging from various shelters in full environmental suits, even though I believe the environmental systems are online. No, they're still offline right now. Everything's offline. There's no real lights on the ship right now, but a couple of the monks have like little hollow candles with them to help create light so people can see. It does appear to be primarily Kasatha aboard this vessel. Roughly like 60%, I'd say, of the people you notice are Kasatha. Anyone who wants to, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm gonna cast Glow Up as we go onto the ship.
Fantastic. Just on yourself?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh shit. Before we get how long does it take us to get onto the ship?
Not long.
10 minutes?
If you guys wanted to wait 10 minutes before boarding, you could. It would not take
No.
that long to dock and board, though.
Then no. I will save that.
Sure. Amara, you probably would be the one to keep an eye out most for this anyway. None of the people you see have a weapon. And from your understanding, Solarians who have a solar mote can use that to fight, can manifest a weapon and a sort of ranged attack. But a number of people, just in general, people would still carry like a knife or a firearm on them. Just in general, you do not see any weapons on anyone's person. But standing by the entrance as you step in is... oh, yeah.
Does Amara point out the weapon thing? I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would point it out to Durgesh at the very least.
If I'm not mistaken, we have group chats, so that you could tell everyone.
Kamana
yeah,
has
that's
a
right.
group chat now, so as long as you
Yeah.
can see one another, you can communicate
Yeah,
telepathically.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. No weapons.
Maybe they're pacifists or something?
Not all Solarian orders are dedicated to violence.
Mm-hmm.
Some are mostly just followers of the cycle.
It's still a dangerous galaxy. You need to be able to defend yourself, even if you're a pacifist.
Agreed.
Hmm.
It's unsettling.
There's too few people, and I wonder why they have so few people in the roster.
Well, half the ships exploded.
I-
Let's be fair.
Did I get the impression from that roster that they're at 34 because they lost a lot of people?
No, their roster was last updated a while ago.
Oh,
All right, I'll
Because there was no
I'll mention
easily accessible infosphere for you guys to reach and be like, what's their current roster? So you just kind of went through your ship logs and just sort of went through the general registry of ships and went Final Horizon, last roster update that was received and you guys picked up before the drift crash, 34 people.
I had thought we got that 34 number not from a roster, but from a life form scan.
A life form
It
scan
came from-
would have also told 34 people.
Okay, I would have done a life form scan before getting on the ship then.
34.
Very cool. It's weird that they experienced such devastation and damage during the drift crash, and not a single one of them died.
Maybe they're just protected by the thing they... I don't know.
They might be protected by the cycle.
Mm.
They might be
Just
lying
keep-
to us.
Keep your eyes open,
Aye,
or whatever you use.
aye. I said aye. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
No. That wasn't about me not having eyes. I don't
okay,
have
okay,
eyes, by
okay.
the way.
All right. Yeah,
Just
I
kind
know.
of like, yeah, okay. Don't make me talk about paradoxes again.
Let's go
Right,
talk to
paradox.
Mr. Abbott, I suppose.
Yeah. As you guys board the vessel, again, no real lights right now. Everything is sort of dim. Ceilings only about 10 feet high. There's pointed arches connecting the various rooms and hallways that you can see. Rusted metal walls and fixtures. This is not a place that is kept up well. It is kept functional, but it is not pretty.
Mr. Jericho, Durgish just said something that really I'm thinking. And you can let me know if I'm metagaming. I know Solarians have solar armor. I know that's just from my knowledge of the class, I know that's a thing. And if this is too metagaming, tell me and I'll stop. Can I make a perception check to see, and I'd let everyone else know this if my character knows this. Can I do a check to see if I see any kind of
Solarians
cycle-based
do
protection?
not have solar armor.
No, but they get protection from it, right? Or was that
They
just a class
can-
feature I
A
picked up?
class feat is a solar shield.
Okay, never mind then. I'm going insane.
Yeah, Solarians can manifest a weapon and their solar flare. They do have a solar nimbus on occasion, I think is what you're talking about. That is that layer of like glowing light or solid darkness, depending on how your attunement
Yeah.
is.
I think that's what I was.
But
If
it
it's too
provides
niche
no
or-
annual benefits. It's just sort of like a layer of energy surrounding you.
Okay, if it's too neat, I just want to. Are these actual like Solarians capable of combat like Kian is, or are these just
From the
monks?
few people you see on immediate arrival, which again, the moment you step on ship, someone's going to grab your attention because there's someone waiting for you. You do not see that sort of layer of light around anyone. But that I also believe can be hidden by Solarians if they so choose.
I think it would be better for us to like go see the abbot and gauge him.
He's waiting
like
for
I,
you guys at the entrance.
Been 45 minutes.
You get some
He's
people there
here.
to hand off their injured to.
He's watching you guys stand in the doorway and have a group chat.
okay,
Oh,
let's
Okay.
just talk to him and gauge on him.
A tall, four-armed Kasatha, smooth, like pale gray skin, deep set onyx black eyes. That sort of elongated skull that Kasatha have is adorned with these intricate tattoos that shimmer faintly in the light. It's got like a traditional Kasathan shroud on, um, but still has generally everything got going on. See if I pull up my art of him. Where are you hiding from me? 5 folders in. There you are. He looks a little something like this.
Oh yeah.
I like his eyes.
I have it.
Yeah, Kamana will move forward and extend her hand for a shake. And she's just gonna ask this to get this out of the way. She's going to ask, hello, Abbott. We're glad we could help you. We couldn't help but noticing. Is your organization like a pacifist order? Nobody seems to have any means of self-defense or anything.
You don't even give him a chance to introduce himself.
Oh, okay. Just because all of my party is super paranoid about this, so I just want to get it out of the way.
You walk up, you extend your hand. He like goes to clasp it with 2 of his as a gesture of welcome and appreciation. You can see like the little cloth covering his mouth move. He's probably about to make a speech, and you just introduce yourself and ask. And he definitely pauses for a moment, thrown off guard.
Sorry.
Tact, human.
Apologies.
Need to learn tact.
Been some time since I dealt with people so straightforward as you. To answer your question, yes, everyone in this order has taken a vow of pacifism. We are prevented from doing violence upon other creatures. But I am Abbot Talaris, humble servant of my brethren, and I'm happy to welcome you aboard.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Abbot Talaris.
Give him a vest salute and introduce myself. I am Durgas.
I'll hold out a hand and just go, Mara, tail chaser.
What's great about having 4 arms is you can give multiple handshakes at once.
I extend a tentacle.
Yeah,
You know what?
I'm just
I
playing a
extend
forearm
2
character.
tentacles.
I imagine he's crossing his arms just.
Oh, absolutely. He's like getting tangled up slightly. Has to like let go of one of the 2 hands that's clasping Kimana's to grab one of Thinker's tentacles. Thinker, when you extend the second tentacle, he doesn't know what to do.
I clasp around. I clasp the second one around his hand.
And of course, after retrieving his arms, he sort of smiles a bit and waves his arms, indicating the entire ship. I believe, of course, you've already been acquainted with our dear Cora A, Cora as we like to call her, handles most of our ship's operations and routine repairs, and has become a guiding light to our order over these long years.
Yeah, she seems nice.
That is very kind of you. Just echoes from all around the ship.
Hi.
So are you always listening?
I am programmed into the entire ship as a whole. I can, of course, not listen at a request, and I tend to give privacy to people aboard, but it is my purpose to guide this ship and its crew to the best of my programming. Talaris will jump back in. Well, we here at the Cosmonastery of the Final Horizon lead simple lives, few luxuries, dedicated to contemplation of the stars, forces within them. Naturally, of course, we are extremely grateful for your timely aid, but I do not think your arrival here mere coincidence. I would love to know about what led you here, more about yourselves, if you would join me for a meal, a walk, whatever you find most comfortable.
Well,
Food
well,
we can eat it
what
as well.
does everybody think?
Food is good.
Yeah. Give us a bit of time to rest until that psycho catches up with us.
Yes, a bit of rest.
That's wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, I won't say that.
Yes, we're in the presence of an abbot. Behave.
Yeah. He'll lead
I-
you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just want to put a tentacle onto my
Behave.
notebook. Yo, shut up. I'll put a tentacle onto my notebook and
Roll your
make
die.
sure everything's real. The vibes are rancid, and I don't know why.
You guys have just rescued a ship, and all you are is paranoid. Bask in the glory of your victory for just a moment.
Look, the Westworld alternates kind of fucked with all of us, I think.
I think we're kind of in a fight or flight mode. Let's be real.
I
The
wanted to
PTSD
finally
is
give you guys
real.
a chance to rest and relax.
Well, okay, Kamana is mostly trusting.
I'm glad I've
Mara
gotten
is
Kamana
never
from fully
trusting.
trusting to mostly.
Thinker is terrified.
Amara is just planning on drinking and smoking. Then keeping one eye out
Fair
while
enough.
drinking and smoking.
Well, as
This
you
just crash. I was just saying, as we're walking to where we're going to eat, just ever since what happened to the drift happened, it's been hectic, to say the least.
it's been all of 10 minutes since the drift
Yeah.
went down.
Yeah, I
It has not been long in these people's
That
lives.
thought that the timeline has not really crossed Durgesh's mind at all.
He might give you a bit of an odd look as you say that, but does not ask you to elaborate as of yet. But as you all follow Abbot Talaris to the nearby canteen, the refectory, that is where we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Stand up, stretch, grab some water, do whatever you need to do, and I will see you all in a few minutes here.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back. So, you all are currently following Abbot Talaris down one of the hallways towards the refectory for a meal, it seems. As you are walking, though, there are a lot of people are like rushing around right now. Now that the ship is stable, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And as you guys are walking after a minute or so, Talaris actively sort of stops for a moment. Excuse me for one moment. And you can see he's like listening to a personal comm. I'm so sorry, you'll have to forgive me. There are a few issues that are a bit more severe than we had anticipated that require my attention immediately. Please, feel free to go on without me. The refectory is right down that hall and to the left.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Up to you guys as Talaris says this and begins hurrying away. seemingly to help out around the ship. What would you like to do?
Sense motive as he's hurrying away.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I truly don't trust this character.
He seems in a hurry. He seems frazzled.
Okay.
It was hard to get a read on people, though, when they have, like, onyx black eyes, no pupils or anything, and their mouth is covered. So you can only really go off of, like, general body language. He's definitely in a hurry. But the ship is not in a good state from the get-go. You can only imagine how bad it must be following this.
They really need to get more crew.
Seems like it.
Or switch to a smaller ship.
Make sure that you replace the bag in there.
What are we thinking?
Derek is just thinking he's hungry.
I will.
So he's
Yeah.
he's not
I will continue. I will keep walking.
If you guys want to head to the refectory, you are more than welcome to do so.
Better be booze and lifts there.
As you make your way down the hall, brushing past a few other people, and the door, opening the door, nothing's automatic right now, unfortunately. You find yourself stepping into a, it's a pretty bare bones room, rectangular metal tables bolted on stools. It's pretty cramped. The southern wall you can see is like rudimentary cooking equipment. You can see a pretty low quality culinary synthesizer. There is only one person in here right now, a relatively broad-shouldered, fur-covered humanoid figure, deep brown, sort of like almost silky-looking fur, marbled with streaks of white, chef's smock service apron. He looks up as you all step in and waves a ladle at you guys. Wow! Hey! Hi, new friends! And they just start, like, bouncing their heels in place. Yeah. Wow! Kind of crazy time, don't you think? I mean... Wow! You guys chose a weird time to join up, huh?
Join up.
We're temporary.
To join up?
Yeah, aren't you, I mean, the
No.
monks don't recruit much, don't often like visitors, but... I mean...
No, you misunderstood. We towed your ship away from the black hole.
Oh!
We're-
Oh, you guys are the ones... Oh! That was some heavy turbulence, huh?
Yeah, we had to grab a couple of your people.
I guess you could call it turbulence.
Took a look around outside when it was all going on. You should have seen the people. Oh, it reminds me of this time I cooked breakfast of frittered grubs for some humans who signed on to a shear and hive ship. You should have seen their faces. This figure, kind of strange looking individual. I got art for them. I'm just gonna place it there and let you guys do with it what you will. Have fun with
Is
that
that
guy.
that weird monkey race?
The
The
Marikoi.
The fact
Yeah.
that
Are
every-
those compound eyes?
Yes.
the fact that both of the characters you've shown us on this ship are staring like head on does not make the vibes any purer. I just want to say,
Blame it on Starfinder 1E art.
I blame you.
Fair enough. I have better looking art for just about everyone else, don't worry. Mainly because those were the only two like official pieces of art, and everything else I was just given names, and I was like, all right, you get this piece of art, you get this piece of art, you get this piece of art. Everyone gets art. Just how good, who knows?
Oh, what kind of food you serve here?
Well, I mean, just about anything you want. I've been around. I know all sorts of cuisine. Oh, I'm Triffy, by the way. Pretty good with
Triffy.
improvising ingredients too. So, what you looking for?
I'm Durgash.
He's talking a mile a minute.
I don't talk that fast. How about a Viscarium spicy chimichanga?
Spiced chimichangas. Yeah, haven't done those in a while, but we got some Vesk on board. I've made them on occasion. Give me a couple minutes. I'll whip one up for you. How about the rest of you? Same things, or are we looking for different
Definitely
tastes?
different.
Different
smooth-
tastes. Spice doesn't agree with you, does it?
Oh, I like fine spice. I don't like Veskin food.
I mean, it's not to everyone's taste. Understandable,
Exactly.
really.
Just
They're
a
reptiles.
nutrients.
I'm a cat. So let's give me some Patron home lore. Something good.
Shh. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Just a nutrient slurry for me.
Just a nutrient slurry. All right.
Yes.
He
Fair
sounds
enough.
offended.
Each their own. Hey, my cooking's not
Gonna-
for everyone. I understand.
I'm gonna telepathically talk to Durgesh. I'm not that hungry. I don't know what he wants from me.
He wants to dazzle you. Telepathically.
Get me a nutrient slurry, but do something fun with it.
Do
I
something
guess.
fun with it. Okay.
I don't know what. I don't know what's happening.
He starts like smacking his ladle against his forehead. Yeah, I think I can do something with that.
That's
Also-
that, Terry.
Yes, perfectly. Why do you ask?
No reason.
All right. He will get to cooking up a variety of dishes for you all. Funny enough, Marquay, this type of creature, are actually native to Murata, one of Breathida's moons. There is absolutely no reason I bring that up, I promise. Just an interesting little tidbit based off of your ship name.
How does that relate to our ship name?
Your ship was called the Murata.
Yeah, but it's now
Yeah.
called the Primorata.
Now it's called the Primorata. You're right. Bingo.
All
Hence why
right.
there's
Woo.
nothing
Good
suspicious
job,
about
guys.
me bringing it up.
Yep. Is
But-
he like still able to talk while he's cooking?
Oh,
or is he-
absolutely.
All right.
That's not
I think that's something
that hard to do. You have to walk and chew bubblegum.
He'll like
Never know.
if you talk to him, he'll turn around and face you, and like his tail will grab the ladle and keep working while he's not even looking at the food. He'll just like use
Can I-
one arm behind him to chop vegetables.
Can I detect
So,
magic?
Detect magic.
Sorry to just kind of throw that out there in the middle, but I just remembered I have this as a cantrip, and
You do not
Yeah, you
detect
li-
magic.
so there's not a whole. Ah.
He's just weird.
this is me. This is Destiny. I am freaked the fuck out.
What, by Mr. Monkey Cook?
I'm Mr. You.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
And point for that.
It's not a whole lot of you on the ship, huh?
A few years now, been around the systems, spent some time in military cooking, did a lot of pleasure cruises back in the day, but wanted to take a break from things, I suppose, and, got back here.
Why are so few of you here? You could certainly enact repairs faster if you had more people.
Well, sure, if I had an assistant, I could prepare faster, but where's the magic in that? Wouldn't be all me anymore. The little magic touch would be gone from it.
I mean the Final Horizon in general.
From the ship as a whole. Good question. It's a small order in the first place, not a ton of people, and the vow of pacifism, some people, when they think about joining up, they don't really like, but, People pass on, not too many people join, years pass, and the numbers just keep dwindling. It happens.
How do you, with only 34 people, how do you might not know this, how do you keep a ship of this size operational?
Well, we only keep the parts we need.
So the ship, we noticed from the outside that there are quite a few holes in the hull,
Yeah.
and
You ever been on like a homeworld driving one of those fancy moto bikes and you hit a pothole? You just kind of get a boom.
so
Space travel's kind of like that when your ship's like this. It's really interesting, I'll be honest.
okay. I at least kind of assumed that the damage was mostly from whatever the hell happened.
Well, sure, it was probably some new damage. I mean, it can't be that bad, right?
Well, like the ziggurat hitting the ship didn't help.
There was
We
an
got hit by a
entire
ziggurat?
An entire
Yes.
ziggurat, yes.
That's pretty cool. What was it doing out here? Maybe it was on tour. He drops.
At least
Wait,
it
hang
drove.
on. Does he have electricity to cook food? The generator's out.
They're operating on emergency power, and you're not sure how he convinced people to get emergency power to the kitchen, but he did.
Food's important.
Yeah.
God damn.
Gotta eat. I don't think it's that weird.
I mean, it's only so many systems. Yeah, the main systems of the ship might be down, but hey, food's food. Can't not have food. By the way, sir, here's your food.
Oh.
By the way,
All right.
he'll look at you, Kamana. Did you want anything, miss? I don't think I recall you saying anything.
I'll just have whatever everybody else is having.
Well, we got different meals. We got some Patron local fish, we got some Viscarian chimichangas, and we got bedazzled nutrient slurry.
Um,
You're not sure
shrug it,
why it's
Kamana.
glittering like that.
I shrug at Kamana.
what has the least calories?
Maintain that figure.
You're worrying about calories right now?
I mean, yeah, I've got to keep my figure.
Technically, we do have a show in a few days.
Well,
You
guys have a
know, I
show.
think. I
Oh,
don't think it's
yeah.
happening.
My name is Sparkling Galactic Kamana, and she'll do her like stage pose with like the V sign and all that. Just
I
say,
throw a hollow spark.
maybe you've heard of me. And Kamana will go ahead and. Oh yeah, I guess I would have precast Glamorize
Yeah,
as
you
well. I didn't
mentioned that
realize
you
it's
did.
1 hour. Well, no, Glamorize and Glow Up.
Ah, glamorize. What's that?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's a
fancy.
cantrip.
Fun.
And yeah, she'll. Maybe you've heard some of my stuff like on the I mean the drift's down right now, but maybe before I haven't really made it to the big time yet, but some of my music videos get like you know, some pretty decent views on DriftTube.
Well, what are some of the names of them? I'm not a big artist person, but I like the occasional good song.
Yeah, no, maybe you've heard Supernova Lover, or maybe you've heard Galactic Hearts. Have you heard Galactic?
I know
Galactic Hearts is my
Galactic
favorite.
Hearts. That was
Oh
you.
my god, that was me.
That was
yeah.
a great song.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I really liked that one. I'm so
Yeah,
glad you
that was
liked
a
it
good
too.
one. And as he's saying that, he's like sliding a bowl of what looks like oatmeal, but it's very glittery oatmeal, just like Thinker's nutrient slurry, just in front of you.
How's it taste?
It tastes like nutrient slurry.
All right,
That
I'm
is
good
to
then.
say, like nothing.
That's all I wanted. I wanted a light snack. That's all I asked.
The rest of you start seeing sparkles of glitter inside of Thinker's hood.
How's the restaurant food taste?
Actually, pretty decent. It's, it's not quite perfect from what you're expecting, but it's a pretty close approximation.
Not bad.
And my nutrient paste is good.
It's nutrient paste.
That's all I want.
I don't know why you're expecting me to say it tastes good.
It's pretty paste
I'm gonna
because there's glitter in it.
Better than
Hold
half
up.
the restaurants these people force me to.
give me a minute. There's something that needs doing here. All right, there we go. Things are better now.
You fucker.
What?
Hey, maybe his little parasite might get some glitter too.
I was thinking about that too.
I forgot
Hey,
about
we still don't-
that.
We still don't know what this is.
Oh, I thank you for that reminder. I had it noted down somewhere else, but it is absolutely around the time that another save for that should need to be made.
Oh, yeah. What do you want? Fortitude?
Fortitude.
Oh no, you make those. You make those for me.
Now that we know about it, you can absolutely make it. It's gonna be really funny. It actually
but
should
I
have
don't.
happened while you were at the dream station, so it's very
I think
fitting
it's
that you roll
okay.
at 20. Yeah.
I think it's okay.
You didn't even
Wow.
notice you got rid of it, but when you were fighting the lice, there was a brief moment where the parasite inside you died also.
Oh, my son.
You don't have to worry about void death.
My
Yay.
son.
All right. Well, you
The
guys
parasite looks
are...
inert now.
Yeah, you guys are currently at the refectory, downing a meal with Triffy the cook.
So some of those big holes in the side of the ship.
Yeah. I've been
Is it fair to
around.
say? Oh, I was that's more above board.
Oh,
Did it look like it was like maybe battle damage?
it did not look like battle damage. More like
Okay.
if a shield is or if a ship is traveling through environments and doesn't have shields, it just takes impacts over decades or centuries of just not really protecting itself.
So the story lines up.
Looks like it. I would allow anyone who wants to go ahead and give me a crafting check here, or perception, blind either way.
How about
Oh.
engineering lore?
That works too.
I'll give you a perception. Got a perception right here.
Hey Jericho,
Yeah.
perceive this. It's engineering lore. Perceive it.
Cool. I'm currently perceiving. Amara and Kimana, would either of you like to make a check?
I did.
Nope.
Sorry, I've been zoning. Check to what?
Perception or crafting blind.
We think it's
Sure.
related to the holes on the
Date.
outside of the ship.
You can think whatever you want to think.
I think it's related to My Little Pony. Then fuck you.
Strike two.
Okay, I deserve that one.
Yes, you do. Glad you understand.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Would you like to make a check, Kimana?
Oh my god, what is
Something.
Yeah, I put one through and then
Foundry
this is the second time
seems
it's
like
happened.
Not everything's going through tonight. That's a little weird.
It ate one of my rolls earlier.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, every time you say that something didn't go through, I saw it.
What?
Yeah, I see them
Very
coming through, despite you saying that they aren't coming through.
Our
So maybe I'm
specter-
eating your rolls. I don't know.
Our spectators
No.
are eating the rolls.
We're feeding.
Fantastic.
Supposed to be the GM,
I'm
not the
I'm so
spectator.
sorry about this. We're feeding the sheep.
You
Jericho,
know,
you can kick
I
me.
appreciate it. I am hungry.
You can kick me.
Mhm.
No, I'm not kicking you for that. That was pretty good.
Oh God.
Okay. Very funny. Yeah. Kimana just sort of listening in and Thinker just reflecting on what you saw of the outside of the ship. Both of you sort of come to a similar conclusion. And when I say the ship is in bad state right now, I don't just mean like, yeah, obviously it's in a bad state. No one's performed maintenance on this fucker for years. I mean, like when Talaris stepped away, there's probably some major emergencies that need to be worked on right now for this ship to have any chance. People, the ship itself. So, it is up to you guys if you wanted to try and intervene at all, but the ship and its people probably needs help.
Do you think we have time to help them?
Are you guys in any rush for anything?
I guess not.
Well, we came here for a reason we don't really understand.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
say we came here for a reason when I just kind of put in the coordinates that popped up.
Maybe helping them is the reason we're here.
Would you like to help them, Kimana?
You know I would. I always want to.
I don't see a reason why we can't spend maybe a day or so getting more power, getting some things fixed up. Who knows? Maybe they have information about. Maybe there's some insight from that we can glean from the cycle.
There must be something here.
You guys are welcome to see what you can do to help.
I'll offer myself for general repairs. And,
yeah. First
just
things
shoring up the ship.
first, I would ask a general. I mean, you could even ask Triffy if you want, but a general gather information check could potentially get you an idea of what sort of like top priority that you could potentially assist with.
That's kind of what I was doing for when I was chatting with him. Just get a vibe of what the ship is going on. I'll give you that diplomacy.
Love it.
Open?
Can I do a
Is that
society
open
for
or
gather information? Can I do
blind?
society for gather information?
Do you have a feat that lets you do that?
No, I don't.
I believe it is strength-wise lets you use society to gather information.
Yes, that sounds
Damn.
right. Otherwise, I might
We all
say
know.
yes.
We all know Thinkers and Streetwise.
What do you mean? I grew up on the streets. Ugh, I'm tough. I'm a tough jellyfish.
I imagine you flexing your little tentacles right now.
I struggle to lift a pen.
Help. All right. Durgesh, you're able to actually. That's a very good roll. So there's a couple things you gather, both just from like what Kimana's listened in on and talking a bit with Triffy. You gather that there's probably 4 things that generally need assistance. There's probably, if you have someone who's good with like first aid, the crashes were not kind to the ship. So there's a number of people that have been injured, have gathered up in the hospital area that need some assistance. The ship's hull definitely needs general repairs. There's also the issue of recalibrating the entire systems or the entire ship's flight systems. And generally, if none of those sound like your shtick and you're better with talking, there are a number of people who are anxious following this event. Some people may perhaps be experiencing some trauma responses.
Yeah,
So
Kimana. Can Kimana put on a concert?
You would be fairly certain that such a mass thing might not be helpful. This would be more of a like individual assistance. Love the idea though, but personal concerts could definitely work. However, Durgesh, with that role, Triffy's also going to share a little bit of gossip with you.
Oh, I like gossip.
go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
A D6. Ooh,
The habit's been
boy.
murdering people and stuffing them in a pit.
That's what you ate tonight.
That's
Oh.
That
actually
was the
very funny
that
what
was
you
the
said,
nutrient
Durgesh,
facts.
because Triffy does have a bit of gossip about Abbot Talaris.
My fucking god.
You know, just I see most of you have weapons on yourselves, so I don't know. Just assume, are you mercenaries or soldiers or something like that?
It's a dangerous galaxy.
I'm a roadie.
I'm here to protect Cabana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
we're actually a traveling entertainment troupe.
Oh.
I do keywords.
Oh. I guess that makes sense considering Kamana's the one who makes the music. Not exactly what I was going for, but I don't know, thought maybe you'd have something in common. I heard the Abbot was a mercenary once, got rich, gave it all up to join the order. I figure he's got to be running from something. Or, I don't know, praying for forgiveness for all those past sins. After all, we're one of those
Yeah.
few orders that's all pacifist.
Yeah, man.
Recall.
Oh,
Sounds
good.
about right.
I'm just gonna try to recall knowledge. You go first.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to turn over a new leaf, you know?
War is hard. That's why I drink.
I do hear it changes often though.
Mm,
War.
That's what they want you to think.
What? Really?
War never changes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Unless you build your sword where war has changed.
That's the next universe we jump into.
And then Amara is running around naked doing backflips and stealth missions.
Can Vesquirrel tomorrow, when we meet them again, go war? War changes frequently.
Westworld Amara is dead.
I
Much
made
like
sure.
my sense of humor, you killed her.
I think Amara killed her. I don't think I killed her.
I wasn't talking about you specifically.
Mhm. You,
I'm an
yeah,
ego.
I
as a
tend to
group.
shoot senses of humor too.
Alrighty. Well, so generally, what would people like to try and do to help out?
I actually before that, I'd like to make a recall knowledge on Teleris being a former mercenary.
Sure. I mean, you aren't particularly familiar with
No, but I was.
the Mercenary League, and there are hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands mercenaries out there. It's certainly possible that he was a mercenary, but you've got no real way of confirming it right now.
All right.
I'll help with the navigation and
Yeah, you want to try and recalibrate the that's probably going to be computers or crafting to try and do.
yeah, it'll be computers for me.
Perfect.
You're blind.
Well, this will be public, but you're going to have a fun encounter because the pilot's there.
Ah,
What are the other options again? I forgot.
There is first aid, repairing the hull, recalibrate the flight systems, and help with people's troubled minds.
I'll repair the hull.
Okay.
Is there anything for athletics?
Not particularly at this point in time.
All right, I'll use intimidation to improve people's morale. No, I'll use diplomacy.
Okay. The threats
You
will
will be
continue until
better.
morale improves.
You're nothing in this galaxy. Just know that.
And how about you, Kamana?
Kamana will definitely be attempting to aid.
Fantastic.
Full souls. Can I do this with performance rather than diplomacy?
I would allow performance for this rather than diplomacy, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Would I have time to
Um,
whip up a celebrity serum?
I mean, if you wanted to spend some time, do you have a way to make things quickly, or would you need to spend the full day to craft?
Would fabricator work?
That allows you to create tech items.
Trying to see if it says specifically tech items.
I don't think you could make a celebrity
Quickly,
serum.
yeah. Quickly produce technological
Yeah,
items.
because a fabricator is just the ability to use a 3D printer effectively.
No, yeah.
You can't 3D print drugs.
It was the thing at the bottom that's like you cannot craft magical equipment unless you have magical crafting, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, but I have like pharmaceutical crafting. Maybe I can.
You can't really 3D print a drug.
Shows what you know.
Print a drug.
Shows what you know. I 3D print all of my drugs.
And that explains
You
a lot
wouldn't-
about you.
You wouldn't print a drug.
You wouldn't pirate a drug now, would you?
Yes, I would.
I do so daily.
All right. We are going to start off here with the general checks, the diplomacy and performance to help out in just with people's minds, and a crafting or engineering lore for you specifically, Thinker, to work on the emergency repairs. This is what takes the longest and needs the most effort. For
The repairs?
For the emergency repairs. Yeah, there's a lot of damage here.
You want these blind or?
Oh, these can all be public.
Alright,
Oh.
It comes to
I'm-
diplomacy.
Going to hero point that.
Durgan.
Am I going to
Yeah.
hero point that?
Give me half a moment and I'll tell you if you should. You should. DC is 16 with engineering lore.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Stop eating my rolls.
Sheep.
Durgish, you did roll. Was this meant
Did
to be
I?
a hero point? Yeah, you got a nat 1.
No, that's a D6.
That's a D6.
No, D20 plus 7 is an 8.
What?
I don't see
31
that. I don't
seconds
see
ago.
that.
I also don't see that.
I unfortunately do see that one as well.
Sheep is eating all the rolls. What is going on?
What do you have in your mouth? What do you have in your mouth?
Hey, spit it up.
I don't know which one I want to take, man. Let's see Kamana's roll first, and then I'll decide.
Okay.
This is a shit show.
Things are going well. Okay, very good. Generally, I will have you guys succeed at this overall, just because I am nice. I did say this was your guys' time to relax. I will follow through on that and be a good person.
Shocker.
A couple things going on with all of this. Just want to make sure I have the proper information on this. Yeah. Okay. Thinker.
Was good.
When you go to repair the hull and generally do some maintenance in that area, you end up going to, use one of the terminals, see the extent of the damage, get a damage report on there. You know all of this stuff, how it all works. You find an anonymous chat log on there that is strange, to say the least. It seems to be 2 users. From user 1, it states, "They'll never understand. To die is simply to become one with the cosmos." From user 2, "They're blind. How can we make them see?" "She will help us." "How do you know?" Look for the file Singularity Protocol.
What the fuck?
That's where the log ends.
Hi. Yeah, let's find that singularity that they're building. Let's find the fucking black hole.
I mean, it's right in front of us. We can find the black hole pretty quickly.
It's right there.
I mean, okay, fair point. Anything I can do with this file? Any backtracing? I copy down.
It's
Not
fully anonymous. You could copy
digital.
it down, but
I don't copy digitally. I don't modify or copy the file in any way.
sure.
I handwrite it into my notebook.
Fantastic.
Fully anonymous.
Someone unseen cast delete.
What?
Nothing.
Actually?
No.
Are you serious?
No. Not yet.
Stop thinking about it, please. I will freak out.
Hold up, I'm going through some stat sheets real quick. No. No one cast delete as of yet. While you're dealing with that joy of info and have done a bit of work to repair some of the hull, you also, I will mention this, you can't tell the date of it. This ship is centuries old. It could be recent. It could also be from way long ago before the Solarians took over the monastery.
But do black holes have significance in Solarian in solar orders?
I mean, it's a cool stellar phenomena. Give me a recall knowledge.
Got the whole
Well, it also
gravitron
relates
thing
directly
going on.
to graviton. It is like the peak of graviton. That is the place where gravity is the densest.
Yeah.
So dense that not even light can escape.
I mean, it could definitely have significance. You also know from what you've been informed, this ship was not on its way towards this black hole. It was going towards a stellar nursery, and the drift crash sent it landing here. So it's definitely not here on purpose.
And yeah, my knowledge of the drift, it wouldn't be possible to, during a crash, choose to come here.
No.
You go where you go, and
Yeah, you
Tough
guys
kid.
got sent to hell. So you just kind of end up where you end up. This place ended up at a black hole.
Group chat has to be visual in
You have
visual
to see
range.
them. Yep.
The
So-
next time I cross paths with a member of the Primarata, no matter who they are, I'm going to telepathically communicate everything I learned and ask them to pass along the information, whether it's one of the party members or like Cobalt or someone else. I assume that we have like more than just us.
Yeah, some of your
on
guys'
board.
people have come aboard. Like Navra comes on to start treating some injuries. Monacetta might come on to help with the recalibration alongside you, Amara. Cobalt might be coming on to chat with people. All that. Yeah, there's definitely others coming aboard with you guys.
What kind of t-shirt is Cobalt wearing?
Do you say what kind of t-shirt is he wearing?
Yeah.
None. He's wearing a turtleneck, obviously.
A Kamana branded turtleneck?
No. You guys haven't made him that big fans yet.
Well, maybe we should fix that.
He's absolutely hiding the branding just under his armor. He doesn't want you guys to see yet.
He's got a really nice hot pink Kimana. What was it? What was that one of those songs? Supernova Lovers T-shirt on.
Yeah. He's got like Kamana brand socks, but does not show them.
No, I would pass along the information.
Yeah.
I would have it to be disseminated as quietly as I can.
That's a great thing
If
about
I-
having telepathy. It's all in the head.
If I go back to that
Mhm.
terminal, like 3 hours down the line, can I find that file again?
Yeah. It's not hidden or anything.
Okay.
Just there.
It's just there. It's just a logged conversation. Kimana and Durgesh, you spend a decent chunk of time just individually going to some of the various monks. Durgesh, you chat for them. Kimana, you sing to them. Notably enough, Kimana, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The aria you've been working on comes in quite nicely in this sort of situation.
Yeah, that's right.
As what was originally the Eclipse aria, I don't believe you renamed it at all specifically, but
No.
you were working on adjusting the song to not be
Yes.
a violent psychic virus and more something to uplift people. This is your first opportunity to really make use of it, and yeah, it's definitely working. There's something to the lyrics and the psychic energy that lies within the lyrics as you sing them that subconsciously people react to and find comfort in.
Very nice.
Because of that, and Durgesh, you would actually get this more from normal conversation because you rolled so well. But for Kamana, it's because of you've been working on this song specifically. There are some of the monks that ask you both to specifically check on someone by the name of O'Neill.
Okay.
One of the ship's monks who has been acting odder than usual.
Okay.
O'Neill?
Yeah, come on and we'll go check on this O'Neill person.
Auneeel, O'Neill.
All right. I'll go look for him.
Yeah. It's definitely going to take some time to find her, but you can certainly work on looking for her. By the way, this is generally like what you guys are working on in the first hours you guys are here. It's not it's not a quick thing you are doing. It does take time. But last but not least, Amara, as you head to the bridge of the ship, there are workstations. You can very clearly see there's only a few active workstations. It's a very small bridge. Like, it's the same size, perhaps even smaller than the Primeradas. But there's space for a pilot, the captain, an engineer. Everything else seems like it is offline and likely overseen by the ship's AI. When you arrive, though, you actually find Talaris currently speaking with someone else. A female Kasatha, relatively slender, a body that is very much built for like speed and precision. From what you can tell, it's actually very similar to your body type.
I bet.
Soft silver blue skin, wears like a sleek black flight suit. Has like a lightweight grav harness on. Notably, she is probably the first person you find that has that actual like silvery sheen of light surrounding them that denotes them as a Solarian who has manifested a solar mote and is capable of manifesting weapons through it if they wished. But you see Talara and this figure are currently speaking, and Talara sort of nods a couple times. All right, I'll head down to the core, then I'll see if I can go ahead, do what needs to be done, see if you can work on the recalibration up here. And he will head out past you and down a set of steps, just sort of like giving you a surprised look, but in too much of a rush to really pay too much attention or think on it. And you are alone on the bridge with this other figure.
Hey there, I see the person keeping this ship alive.
You got that right, one of the only ones at least.
You know how that is.
You would be one of the ones who helped pull us out, would you?
Yes, I'm the pilot.
She gives you a bit of a wry smile. That makes two of us, I suppose, then. Ninora's the name.
Mara Tail Chaser.
Pleasure. Said you're pilot. I assume you have some knowledge about flight systems, then?
Yep.
Care to help?
Of course. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Talaris is heading down to the computer core, but he'll be rebooting things there. It's on us to actively recalibrate the system up here then. Cora will pipe on over the comms. I assure you, I am quite capable of completing all diagnostics and repairs myself. I insist, get some rest, recover from this. This has been a harrowing experience. And Ninora just rolls her eyes. For now, at least, I'm still the damn pilot of this ship. I'm going to make sure the flight system works.
Yeah, this is normal behavior, Cora.
There's a sassy silence that follows from Cora. You might hear quietly, the nerve.
The nerve.
Ninora gives you like an appreciating look at that. But you are welcome to go ahead and give crafting or computers to try and recalibrate the flight systems with Ninora. 20 is very good. That is, in fact, a success. Yeah. Doesn't take long at all with Talaris down in the computer core, you and Ninora and even Monaceda coming in after a little while to work on it. It does not take long for the flight systems to be fully calibrated. And Talaris will make his way back upstairs, pop in. Everything's all set. Oh, Amara, correct? Miss Tailchaser?
Yep. That's correct.
See you assisting recalibration. Thank you for that.
Oh,
very,
no
very
problem.
much appreciated. We suppose just going to sort of stay on autopilot now for a couple days, the next little while. Black holes are, well, not a common opportunity to come across, so should speak with some of the fellow monks here once everything's taken care of, decide how we wish to proceed. It's not common that we would find ourselves around one.
Yeah, they don't tend to sneak out at you.
Indeed they do. I appreciate your assistance. Are the rest of your friends similarly helping out?
Of course.
Thank you.
No problem.
Really, there's not much I can say, but I appreciate it. You all are welcome to make yourselves comfortable for as long as you'd like to stay.
Thank you.
And he will head out, seemingly to perhaps, now that a few hours have passed, most of what the emergency issues are have been taken care of. He seems to perhaps go to talk to some of the other monks about how to proceed with the fact that they are outside of the black hole. Ninora will look over at you once all of this is done. Is your rifle on you right now, Amara?
Always.
Yeah. She'll sort of raise a, Kasatha don't have eyebrows, but you can see the stretching of the flesh to indicate what would be a raised eyebrow. Are you proficient with something like that?
Yeah, I got an early start when the Scourge invaded. I was a child, and well, we had to keep them from killing all of us.
Fair enough. Well, I will be, some of the younger Solarians and I, before mealtime, like to take some time and train before meals. You're welcome to join us if you're going to be sticking around for a while.
Sounds like fun.
So what I will generally say, of course, you guys are welcome to stay here as long as you would like, but the Cause Monastery, the Final Horizon, has a number of things to do, and if what Thinker has discovered means anything, perhaps some secrets to discover. There are numerous individuals on board this ship that can be influenced specifically. At this point in time, you guys have thus far found two of them. Talaris and now the pilot Ninura are both individuals that you guys could spend time with, get on better terms, influence them, and perhaps they have treasures they'd be willing to share if you become good friends with them, or information on things. Triffy, the cook, definitely seems like a good source of gossip and rumors. If what he's already shared about the abbot is anything to go by, you can always find time to talk to him, see if he has anything else to talk about. But generally, this is sort of a free exploration, do what you would like. The ship hull could always use more repairs that you are welcome to help out with. And generally, what you would like to do is up to you. But at this point, I should say, by the time you guys are finishing those like emergency repairs, helping people out, it is late at night. And for you guys especially, you're all probably pretty fatigued, considering you did a full day at the Dream Station.
Oh, yeah.
And then came back in time to what would be early afternoon, and have done an entire early afternoon to like 2 in the morning from there. You've all been up in like full sprint mode pretty much for probably close to 36-40 hours at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the choice of what you would generally like to do and how time passes is entirely up to you from here.
I don't believe I'm against continuing to assist. This is all said telepathically, if possible over group chat.
Yeah, we can find a time when you guys like get back together when everything is mostly being done and you head back to Triffy to grab a meal. Or if you return to your own ship for a meal, that is also certainly something you can do.
I don't object to spending more time assisting these people, especially not with what I found. This Singularity Protocol does ring some alarm bells, but I won't say that my curiosity about the secrets aboard this vessel aren't coloring my decision, my opinion, not decision. But I also think that we could truly help these people in a way that I don't know if we've been able to do since the charity concert.
Wow.
I'll leave it. That's my opinion, at least. I'll leave it to.
I mean, I always think it's not just about helping people either. I think we were sent here for a reason by the coordinates. This doesn't feel like a coincidence. It could have shot us out anywhere in the depths of space, but it shot us out right here. There's got to
Just
be something about it.
they shot us right in the right moment to save the ship.
Mhm.
Yes.
There's something important here. And if it's any indication to our dreams and to what we followed to the dream station, it might be tied to this whole situation we're in.
Agreed.
Mhm.
But remember, it's not just. There are other things. My dream didn't involve the dream ship at all, the dream station at all. Mine was aboard. I know. Do I know it was the Tesseract now? I know you mentioned
You don't.
last session.
There's no like official confirmation, but when you saw that picture of the Tesseract, you had a deep-rooted feeling. Hard to say why, but you saw it and were like, that's where that server room for my dream was. You had no reason to believe that, but you could just
Your
feel
dreams took place on that dream ship, the dream vessel. Mine didn't.
Right.
And there is no basis for this. If you ask me why I think this, I truly cannot answer, but my dream took place on the Tesseract. And I've never been there before. So I'm not sure why I am so certain about this, but
Well, for right now, I think we should focus on this ship and whatever this Tesseract thing is. We can worry about it when we get to it.
Well, we've been running full steam for a long time, so maybe get a night's rest and then see what we can do after that. I heard talk of a Neil who seems troubled.
I
So I
was
might seek the
curious
mountains.
about him as well.
Oh,
I'm here for
Just-
a fun time.
Look, I've been saying it literally all day whenever I passed you in the halls. The vibes are rancid. Like, truly disgusting vibes on the Final Horizon. Just, like, the absolute worst. So, when they all go like, oh yeah, O'Neill, he's been kinda quirky, makes me very curious what they think is weird.
in the mess hall. You're welcome to ask Triffy.
Oh, I thought we were on our ship.
Did you guys go back to your own ship for dinner?
we didn't state that.
Alright, fair enough.
That is a big question for you guys as well. They will offer you guys like small sleeping areas, like all of the each of the monks have their own like small cell that has a bed and a little area that they rest in, and they would definitely offer you guys similar cells to sleep in if you would like while you're here. But if you wished to go back and sleep on your own ship, you're welcome to do that as well.
Your guys would sleep on the Primarata.
Okay.
Thinker would sleep on the Primarata.
You guys have no trust.
That's
Whose
for all
fault
my
is
Mars
that?
up for fun. Mara will sleep on the big ship.
Thank you, Amara.
Hey.
I
So that
appreciate
someone
it.
can take the trouble.
Hey, Mr. Jericho? Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Jericho?
Yeah.
Whose fault is that?
These people have no weapons. What are they going to do?
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
Magic.
But yeah, if you are the refractory, what do you call it?
Refectory.
Refectory, yeah, that one. Words are hard.
I know.
I think I would like, hey, Triffy,
Yeah. What you want?
what do you know about Anil?
Neil?
Yeah, Anil.
Eh. Not cut out for this. Unless, like me, life of isolation, get a low cabin fever, like to talk to themselves, or other people, but she doesn't so much like the other people part. Spends most of her time hanging out in, I don't know, the maintenance corridors. Talks to herself a lot. Only eats rations in her bunk, her loss. All that sort of stuff. But just someone young, not cut out for this sort of life of isolation at that age.
I have a psychic link going, a telepathic link going with Durgesh the entire time he's talking.
Yeah.
Just if Durgesh wants to communicate anything back to us.
Some of the people I talked to earlier today suggested that maybe someone needs to reach out to Neil. So is there somewhere where she usually hangs out?
Yeah.
Aside from, because maintenance corridors doesn't really narrow it down, if you know what I mean.
I mean, it's living quarters area, but spends a lot of time in the ship's abandoned sections.
That's not suspicious.
What sort of stuff is in the abandoned sections?
I don't know. Rats. But like mutated space rats, I assume. All sorts of nasties get in there. No one lives there. No one really goes to them except O'Neill, so she'd have the best knowledge of what's can be found down there.
I forgot who I was talking
Tricky.
Not that I literally forgot. I just like, right, I'm talking to this guy.
You're talking to the gossip monger.
Yeah.
Take everything he says with at least 3 grains of salt. There is quite literally zero telling if what he says is true or not.
Right.
Because he'll just repeat whatever he hears.
Yeah, I'm kind of listening to that. All right, well, thanks for the insight.
Yeah, happy to help. How are those spiced waffles you got there?
Pretty good.
Take that.
Thanks.
Yeah, happy. Glad you enjoyed them. But,
All right. Well, I advocate we have a rest.
if you guys would like to go ahead and take a rest at this point, you are welcome to do so.
Before I do,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to spend 10 minutes I'm going to spend 10 minutes to sift. If
Sifting
I-
the
if-
sphere.
is this something you can allow me to do?
I'll allow it. Yeah, absolutely. What course of action?
Confronting the abbot about the singularity protocol. What if I right now confronted the abbot about the singularity protocol?
The result you get is nothing.
Fuck. Okay. Go to bed.
Okay. There's only so much infosphere. You saw that this place had a pretty big library. There's not much in the cloud. So you guys have like
Wouldn't
your
library-
own infosphere. And,
Wouldn't library work for purposes of the spell? I mean, infosphere just refers to a large local repository of data. I feel like a library would. I understand that it's not going to change the results of the spell. I'm just.
Just a little salty.
you're reaching a little bit.
I'm Yeah, I'm reaching because I
Because the
really want.
infosphere really is that, like, informational database accessible by computers that is generally planetary. Ships have their own small infospheres, of course.
You're planetary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But in this case, that was more for flavor. The reason I was saying that, anyways.
Yeah.
This place is mostly physical books than uploaded data. I'm gonna say with Sift the Sphere there, you're not able to find Singularity Protocol anywhere else. Those words don't appear anywhere else.
I don't like that, Mr. Jericho.
I don't know what you want from me. A good time? Not happening.
I think I literally pay you money for that.
Oh, I'm having a good
No,
time.
you're paying money for the trauma.
Yeah.
That's also true.
All right, you guys are welcome to go rest though tonight as well. And Kimana, where are you resting? Are you back on the Primarata, or are you staying
no,
with
okay.
Amara?
Kamana will stay with Amara.
Let's go, splitting the party.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Kimana and
Stupid.
Amara, give me perception checks.
Shocker.
But you are not quite able to take long rests.
Uh-oh.
Simply because
coyotes.
your daily prep would not be done yet
Okay.
when this occurs.
The coyotes wouldn't bite off my face.
Yeah, they would.
Mana,
Yeah,
if
I
you
know,
do
they're
it,
actively
it
biting
got
off the
eaten
faces.
If Kamana rolled, it got eaten.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry.
There we
Boundary.
go.
What's going on?
Okay, Amara. Even though you were quite exhausted, long time working, definitely staying up later than normal, your old instincts sort of kick in from your time in the war. And even when you're exhausted, you force yourself to get up at a normal time. And so, getting up this morning, they were going to let you sleep through it, but you are able to hear this sort of low, melodious chanting filling Because Monastery as you awaken.
Filling Nikos Monastery?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have we heard that before?
First time you're hearing it. And this is only Amara hearing this. Kimana is still asleep. Others are on the Primarata asleep.
I'll go check it out.
Sure.
See if it's okay.
Yeah. You head over towards the Hall of Reflection, as it is called, which is, open plan area with most of the communal facilities. There's alcoves for study and meditation. Ladders lead to a second level that is lined with bookshelves. This is pretty much the tallest part of the ship. Most areas, ceilings at a height of 10 feet. This room is ceilings at a height of 20 feet, and the walls are almost completely transparent, giving a very similar view to the Primarata's bridge of space surrounding you, with the light of the stars providing the only illumination in the room. Within this area right now, though, is pretty much everyone from the ship is gathered, kneeling in what appears to be prayer. Chanting is mostly in common, and you could listen for a while if you wished, but it does appear that these are like morning meditations for the people of the monastery.
Does Amara wake up Kamana to bring her with, or?
I'd probably send a message into the group chat.
Everyone's asleep for that.
Okay.
Honk
to-
shoe, baby.
Physically wake Kamana up with how exhausted you all were.
Nope.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Didn't make the will save.
Not
Turn
the,
away.
not the player-based will save.
Yeah, player-based will save. I love doing those.
Amara, you went off on your own, leaving everyone to sleep to go check this out, and it's morning meditations.
Just a nice, simple moment.
How long are you remaining? Listen.
Probably 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. You have good ears, Amara. Even in times of peace, you sometimes find yourself listening for signs of danger. In this morning, one of your first mornings that you might have the opportunity to relax a little bit, let loose your tense muscles after the last weeks of stress since the crash occurred for you. You do hear some strange phrases in people's chanting. Everything is generally unremarkable, but you do catch a couple of times, like everyone has their own individual prayers, right? Everyone has their own individual thought processes, ways of praying and reflecting on the cycle. So everyone is different in what they say. Some of the phrases you hear are not particularly optimistic, to say the least. You hear things like, in death we find enlightenment, and the void brings transcendence. Just generally sort of nihilistic chants. But they just catch your attention because everyone else is generally unremarkable. So when you hear someone go, yes, death, you go, wait a second. Your ear perks up at that. Whether it means anything or simply, some people just have more nihilistic views, meh. But it's just something you catch. So, stay and listen for a bit. Head back to your own chambers to go ahead and actively perform your daily preparations at that point. Make sure your weaponry is all ready to go, even if you are surrounded by pacifists. Eventually, Kamano wakes up in the next cell over, begins her daily prep over on the Primarata Thinker and Durgesh.
Jericho, I hate you.
Thanks.
What do you do now?
I'm so stressed.
You get super stressed over
You can't even
everything
blame me for
that's hitting.
this.
No, this is totally me. This is totally me.
This is
You're
not
just doing
my
a really
fault.
you're doing a really good job, and I am sitting here freaking the fuck out.
The two of you come to consciousness. No versions of yourself having attacked you in your sleep.
I was worried about that.
And you are... At this point, everyone is welcome to hit a long rest button as you wake up, complete your daily prep. Amara, do you share any of what you heard this morning with Kamana?
I will.
As you're as you're going about doing like your, I don't know, maybe like morning vocal practices, Kamana might be how you prep your magic for the day.
Yeah.
Amara just
Ca-
hands that info to you.
Yeah. I mean, Kamana will just shrug and say, I mean, maybe their beliefs are kind of weird, but they don't seem like bad people.
I don't think they're bad. I'm saying that there might be a chance they try to check out.
Mm,
That's usually what people talk like when they want to check out.
well, let's just keep an eye on them, I guess.
You are seemingly, or at least willing to stay here to help, so just to say that is to occur. What you got, Durgesh?
I think Durgesh is trying to call out to that AI, to the Korai.
Cora?
Cora?
Yeah.
Cora,
It's
yeah.
like official designation is Core A. Everyone calls her
Right.
Cora.
Cora, right. I'll call it Cora. Cora, hello.
How can I help you?
Do you know where Anil is?
O'Neill is currently in the lower maintenance corridors.
Can you tell me how to get there? Some people
Certainly.
want someone to check in on her.
I would greatly appreciate if you could. Her actions have been concerning as of late.
No. In what way?
Keeping to herself, taking meals separately, not participating in morning or evening meditations. General recalcitrance.
I'm like pulling up my data pad, searching up what that word means. Case for that.
And like as you've got your data pad out searching, you'll get like a message notification with like a map layout to the general area O'Neill should be at.
Oh, thank you. And
Those are rancid.
thinking nothing's really that bad. Dirk is gonna go follow the directions.
Fantastic. You taking anyone with you or just going on
Rancid.
your own?
I'm sure it's fine.
Good.
I will say, hey, I'm gonna. Some people were worried about so and so. I'm gonna go check on them.
Want to roll the new character?
All right. Got as the morning wears on, Durgesh heading down to look for O'Neill. And how about the rest of you?
Kamana will go to meet with this O'Neill person.
Oh, hello.
Thinker will.
You
I'll
going
be continuing.
with Durgesh or separately looking for her?
I mean, just with Durgesh, I guess.
Okay.
I did say I was gonna say, hey, I'm gonna look for this
Yeah.
person. So
You could have decided to join. Thinker, what were you gonna say?
I'm just gonna be spending time continuing to repair the hull,
Sure.
and whenever I get a spare moment, I'd love to. When I get a spare moment, I'd like to look into the. I'd like to look into the settings and permissions of Cora. Following that information, I have questions for her.
That is going to be something you can certainly try to do, but probably won't be able to easily.
Okay, I will just ask her questions.
Yeah.
This is
one of the bits of general information that perhaps like Amara would have picked up when speaking with Nenora yesterday is that The computer core, that allows access to Cora is entirely secured to everyone aside from Talaris. He is the only one who has access to the ship's actual.
So it would take some true tomfoolery for me to be able
Some
to.
real shenanigans. Could certainly attempt to do so, but
I will collect my materials, and as I am walking apart, as I am at a part where I am alone in the ship, to the best of my knowledge, Cora.
we're going to come back to this. I'm trying to generally get an idea of what everyone's heading to do. And we're going to pick up with those at the start of next week. What you got, Kamana?
No, sorry. I never mind. I'm good.
Okay. I'm taking notes for where we're picking up, so if you've got something you'd like me to note down.
No, I'm fine.
Then last but not least, Amara, what about you?
I'll be trying to hang out with the pilot.
Yeah, absolutely.
See if there's things I can help while sometimes two hands are better than one.
Absolutely put you down for potentially attempting to influence / just hang out with Nenora.
Mm-hmm.
If we're breaking for next session pretty soon, I wouldn't just roleplay it out then. I would be asking Cora to transfer all anonymous chat logs to my comm unit.
I'll get into why next week, but she's going to refuse that request.
I assumed.
Yeah. You guys are visitors. She's not simply going to just give you ship information, no matter how much you're helping.
It's worth a shot, though.
Certainly something that might be worth a shot to try and convince or perhaps hack, but just on request, Cora's not going to give up anything like that. She wouldn't give up really any ship info.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put that as a note down as to generally what the group looks to be doing at the start of next session. And as this new day arrives and you all begin heading out to respectively what you would like to do, that is where we're going to end off for today. Thank you all so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed. Welcome to the relaxing part of the campaign.
Not in the slightest.
I'm relaxed totally. I don't know what's...
Jericho, I'm sending you my bill for therapy this week.
Fantastic. I accept PayPal.
Not what I meant. Other way around.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your week, everyone, and I'll see you next time.
All right.
Mr. Jericho, have a good weekend.